Hello everyone, welcome to the video. My name is Cosolix. Today, it is one of the last days of 2021, so I am going to be doing my final 2021 weapon tier list. I think I'm going to do a legend tier list as well for tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Hit that like button if you want to see that, and without further ado, check out Cosolix.com and let's get right into this. So, I'm going to be ranking the weapons from S, B, and C. Maybe, no, we'll go S, A, and B. And the reason why there's only 3 tiers is because I think Brawlhalla is a very subjective game. Your opinion on weapons is going to be different depending on what you play. I'm a Lance main, so I understand I am biased because I play Lance only. But I can still make and have opinions because I am a professional player and I see what works at the top, and I take a look at and I see what people are talking about. So my opinion is definitely validated, but also it's just my opinion, so remember that. But my opinion probably is more credit than people watching, no offense, just because I'm a pro player and I see pro gameplay, and that's the weapons playing to their best potential, at least people are best potential, not theoretical. Anyways, let's get right into this. I'm so sorry. Let me stop delaying. We'll go one weapon at a time. I'm also going to try and rank them within tiers, but Canon. Okay. I think there's a lot of weapons in Brawlhalla that are like underplayed, but are actually stupid broken, and I think Canon is one of those weapons. Canon has everything Lance used to have. It has damage build up strings in true combos. Downlight there is stupid consistent. It has kill confirms downlight neutral air. You have easy strings into also 0 to deaths. Like, it is what Lance was, or isn't anymore. Lance doesn't have kill confirms. Canon's really good. The only downside to Canon is the neutral game with it is very specific and it's weird to play. So I'm going to put Canon in S tier just right away because I do think Canon is absurdly broken, but people don't talk about it. But I don't think Canon is actually in meta just because it's weird to play. It requires very specific movement. It's weird. Axe. We're going 2 S tiers right away. Okay, Axe is ridiculous. Especially since this tier list is a combination of my 1s and 2s opinion. I'm kind of taking the average of both here. Definitely a weapon tier list for 1s is going to be different than 2s, but I see both game modes equal, so let's just... This tier list is equal. Axe is the best weapon in 2s. It is the most popular weapon in 2s. I don't think I've ever seen a team do well in a tournament that doesn't have Axe on it, other than Boomy Sandstorm. Axe is ridiculous in 1s as well. It's a counter to like weapons like Lance that I play myself. So Axe is just kind of ridiculous in general. I'm putting it in S. It doesn't really have any flaws right now. It has the kill confirm, it has damage build up, it's good off stage, it's good on stage. The only thing is it's slow, but for online gameplay, it's actually ridiculous. So S tier. Scythe. I think Scythe is a solid A tier. Okay, I think it's just like, I think it has a ton of potential. I think it's really good right now, but I also don't think it's broken. I think it's in a really good spot, and that's why it hasn't been balanced in a long time. I can't remember the last Scythe nerf or buff. The last one that was like big was like changing momentum on like Nair, but that's about it. Spear. I think Spear is kind of similar to Scythe right now. I'm gonna put Spear bottom of A, but I think Spear's in a decent spot. I don't see anything too wrong with it. I don't think it's a bad weapon. I don't think it's broken either. I don't know. I'm not really bothered by it. So Spear's an A tier for me. Bow. Bow is a ridiculous weapon that I also think is kind of like Canon, where it could be stupid broken, but no one really plays it because there's sword and other weapons that are easier. It's just weird. I think Bow has some stupid potential, but people don't really play it. I don't think it's as stupid as Canon, because Canon's kill confirms are ridiculous, but I still think Bow is a really good weapon that's just undervalued and underused right now in this meta. I'm going to put Bow at the bottom of S tier. Sword. Sword is another weapon where I would put Sword very similarly to Bow, if not at the top of A. I'm going to put Sword at the top of A. I do think some Sword nerfs would be nice, but I don't have a serious problem with this weapon. I just think it's always going to be good no matter what. And I think it's in a good spot right now, despite huge nerfs a couple patches ago. It just shows how ridiculous the weapon used to be. But I think the weapon's fine. Leave it, but I also think it's like really good. So I'm going to put top of A. I think that makes sense. Gauntlets. I think Gauntlets are good, but I think they're undervalued. I'm going to put them as well in A tier. I'm going to put them in between Spear and Scythe. I don't really have a problem with Gauntlets right now. I think they're fine. They don't drop like guitars, so I think they're in a good spot right now in the meta. I don't have any issues with them. Leave them there, in my opinion. Middle of A, don't touch gauntlets. I think they're in a good spot. Blasters, I think blasters are also bottom of S tier. I think they're very similar to sword, but I do think blasters are also underappreciated. I think blasters have it all. I think that they've got damage buildup, strings, good offstage, kill confirm with delight recovery. The only thing that I would say is it's kill confirms and like how it builds up damage. I would say it's not effective as Canon, so you know I'm gonna put it at the top of A tier. I'm gonna put it one below sword. Changing my mind a little bit here, but I think that makes the most sense. I think it's just a really good weapon. I don't think it's broken, but I think it's super well-rounded and it has no issues. Greatsword. With this current meta, Greatsword's kind of out of the meta, but it's also not a bad option. I'm gonna put Greatsword right here. I think Greatsword like could easily become meta. I don't think it deserves any nerfs or anything, but I'm not too familiar against Greatsword. There's not enough Greatsword players. I know that there's Hardy and whatnot, but like the weapon hasn't matured enough for me to have a like really credible opinion on it. But from what I've seen other people do with it, it's middle of the pack. It could be broken with the new dodge mechanic, but for now, I think it's just the bottom of A tier. Katars, the first weapon I'm gonna put in B tier. Katars are, I think they're stupid broken just because of how easy it is to win neutral with them. But I think the balance of Katars right now is bad. Like, I think Katars need to have better strings and less combos and make it harder to win neutral. Like, it's so easy for Katar player to just nair and then win neutral. So, like, I don't want strings out of nair if nair is going to stay the same. But I do believe that, like, Katars can win neutral super easily, and then they don't hold it well. You don't hold stage control well on Katars. It's really difficult, and like, it's really difficult to get the damage going and what, because strings drop. But it's also ridiculously easy to win neutral with. So I think it's a balanced weapon, but I don't think it's a balance in the proper way. I think there should be more strings, and I think it should be like more of a string weapon like Scythe, but it needs to be harder to win neutral with. I think its moves are, I think Nair especially is still too good. It's one of the best, if not the best move in the game. Orb. Orb is very similar to Sword. I'm just gonna put it like, I'm putting it right next to Sword. They're like two peas in a pod. Is that what you call it? Like, they're the same thing in my eyes. Good, easy combos, pretty easy neutral, really quick. The only difference is I'd say Orb is more horizontal momentum or diagonal momentum, and Sword is more vertical. It's just different ways of playing the weapon, but the weapons are the same in my eyes. Really quick weapons, fun to play overall, pretty balanced, but also really, really, really good. I don't think there's anything broken about them, but it's just super consistent, and I think it's in a good spot, but like, I also think it should not be buffed in any way. So let's leave Orb there. Hammer, okay. Hammer, I don't want to put next to Sword and Orb because it's not as good at winning neutral, but I do think Hammer's broken. I think it's way too good at killing, and I think it's kind of absurdly good at killing, so I'm going to put it bottom of S. I think if we're treating the weapons by themselves, who would win in like 1v1s, a Sword player or a Hammer player, I would put my money on the Sword player. But this is Brawlhalla balance, and I still think Hammer is too good at killing. I would much rather trade off some string potential, so like give it some string potential and trade off the kill potential. So I think Hammer's broken. I don't think it's like S tier, like top of S tier. Like, I think it's bottom of S tier, if not top of A, but yeah. Then the last weapon, I'm gonna put Lance next to Katars. I think it's the same issue as Katars, either above or below it. I don't really care. I'll put it above, so if somebody actually like screenshots this, then they don't think I'm a biased Lance player, but I am. But anyways, Lance is a well-rounded weapon. Like, I don't think anything about it is stupid, like needs to change, but there's just things about it, inconsistencies that shouldn't be there. Side light there should not be dodgeable. Nair combos should be a bit more visible, or at least clear if you can hit them true or not. It's inconsistent, and I've made videos and talking about Lance. You guys can go watch them if you want. They were about a month ago, but the weapon just needs some changes. But I don't think it's unwinnable at all. I like the weapon, but it definitely needs some changes, and there's a reason. why. I don't know if you guys saw Boomy's video, but no pros have ever played Lance ever, other than me. There's a couple in like EU that tried it out back in 2016. Lance especially, give him some credit because he inspired me, but there's a reason why Lance is the bottom of this tier list. This is my current opinion. This opinion might change within a week, if not a day. Who knows? My tier list today might be different than my tier list tomorrow, but this is my opinion right now. I think this is my opinion for 2021. It will stay somewhat similar to this. I don't think it will change that much. But let me know what you guys think down below. I'm going to do a legend tier list probably tomorrow. I'm also thinking of doing a bunch of guides in the new year, because I know you guys really love those guides, especially the Scythe guide I do every year. People love that for some reason, so I'm definitely going to be doing more of those. Stay tuned for some more content. Hit that like, subscribe, comment down below. Comment down below your opinion on this tier list, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Love you guys.